Oh, I didn't see you there. Over the course of our first season, we here at mLab, or Mbadika Laboratory, have taken you on a journey from the Serengeti to the stars, while showing you how to build, make, learn. For our season finale, we wanted to continue this tradition and show you how you can make this holiday special for you and your loved ones. As our season draws to a close, so does another, Star Wars. The Rise of Skywalker, the 9th film of the Star Wars franchise, will be the conclusion of the Star Wars saga we've grown to love over the past 40 years. Therefore, we wanted to celebrate Star Wars as well as the holiday season in this mLab episode. So now, let's look beyond the North Pole to a galaxy far, far away. Welcome to mLab, or Mbadika Laboratory, where we explore ways to bring our ideas to life. I'm your host, Netia McCray. In past episodes, we've used CAD, or computer-aided design, alongside digital fabrication equipment, such as our desktop cutting machine and 3D printer, to bring to life an interstellar tesseract planter inspired by the 50th anniversary of NASA's Apollo 11 mission and our magnificent caramel apples. For this mLab episode, we'll be exploring how to use the power of the Force in order to pull off our mLab Star Wars Holiday Special gathering. Roll the clip!
Confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny. The Force will be with you. Always.
Whether you are a fan of the original trilogy, the prequels, or the latest episodes, we believe that the Star Wars universe is so diverse and expansive, we can easily find sources of inspiration to bring our holiday gathering to life. But first, we need to make a list and make sure to check it twice to figure out how to make this gathering come to life. First, cookies, because as we all know, you can't have a gathering without some freshly baked goods. Second, we will need lovely decor to inspire the holiday gathering. And third, we will need more refreshments for our fellow gatherers in order to be merry and full of might. Given we only have a short amount of time until everyone gets here, I think it's best if we actually make our guests help us make these items to enjoy during our gathering. But just like in mLab, we probably should first design and test out our project ideas before asking our guests to make their own versions during the gathering. To mLab! The holidays are synonymous with timeless classics like eggnog and Black Friday. As a kid, I couldn't wait until Christmas Eve to make a fresh batch of the ultimate sugar cookies and pour a fresh glass of milk for Santa. However, we want to create a few new traditions here in the mLab canteen to celebrate the holidays. I figure Santa must be a Star Wars fan, given the fact that he always seemed to bring me Star Wars themed gifts, even to this day. Therefore, we're going to transform a Star Wars character into a cookie. Now, while we would traditionally select an R2-D2 or a C-3PO, we're going to transform BB8 into a cookie. In order to bring our BB8 cookie to reality, we're going to reference our LEGO Movie 2 cookie cutter project. Just like we did with General Mayhem's wings in that project, we're going to need to cookify BB8 by creating a sketch of BB8 first. While I'm using Autodesk Fusion 360 for our sketch, if you prefer an alternative, like always, you can complete the next step in Adobe Illustrator, Rhino, Inkscape, or any other design software. First, let's import an image of BB8. Then, using Fusion 360 Sketch tool, we're going to create a 2D trace of BB8 using a few simple sketching tools, including the line tool, the arc tool, and the circle tool. Once we've traced the straight parts of BB8, let's nail down these pesky arcs and the various circles that cover his body in order to finish our sketch. Now let's extrude our BB8 sketch into a CAD model that we can now send to a 3D printer, a Dremel 3D20, to bring to life. For those uninitiated mLab viewers, 3D slicing software such as Ultimaker's Cura or Dremel's DigiLab is software that will illustrate our CAD or 3D model into thousands of slices, the 3D slicing and 3D slicing software. Afterwards, the software creates instructions known as G-code for our 3D printer to know exactly what to print for each slice to form our complete 3D print. Once we have our G-code, I'm going to download it onto my SD card, insert and build into my 3D printer. Now we have our 3D printed cookie cutter, we need to prepare our sugar cookie dough for our Rebel cookies, but we're gonna need a little bit of help. In order to create our BB8 sugar cookies, we can use store-bought sugar cookie dough or even our homemade sugar cookie dough. If you would like to make our cookie dough recipe, you can find it in our mLab Instructables guide. First, you're going to need to use your rolling pin in order to roll out your sugar cookie dough to about a 1/4 inch in thickness. Next, make sure you add butter or cooking spray to an actual cookie tray before setting up your 3D printed cookie cutter with the same bit of butter and cooking spray. Once you have both settled, make sure you roll out your cookie dough, press firmly into the dough to cut an outline of BB8, then gently lift the cookie cutter and place your BB8 cookie onto your baking tray. Once your baking tray has your desired number of cookies, feel free to place it in your oven at 350 degrees for about 8 to 10 minutes. Yay, our BB8 cookies are done. Safety first. Do 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 do. Okay. Ooh, ow, ow. Okay, okay. Ooh, ooh, okay. There we go. And there you have it. We have our BB8 cookies fresh out of the oven. Now we can decorate our BB8 cookies using cake frosting, chocolate, or various colors of candy melt in piping bottles like you see here, or regular Ziploc bag with the ends snipped. Me personally, I advise you to decorate your BB8 cookie however you choose. I personally like to start off with outlining our cookie with black icing, then filling in using white and adding a few nice details using orange until I get a BB8 cookie that represents the one from popular Star Wars films. However, today I'm feeling like a simple Jane. And I also want this to be an opportunity for you to transform your BB8 cookie the way you see fit. Now to take a little taste, because why do you need to decorate when you can jump right in? Whew, delicious and a little too warm to eat right now. Wait. Hello? My Jedi training's been interrupted. But now that we have our Rebel cookies for Santa complete, it's time to decorate our Christmas tree in order to have something for Santa to put our Star Wars gifts under. In our house after Thanksgiving dinner, our family and friends would come together to put up our Christmas tree and other Christmas decor. We would play the Four Tops Christmas album as we began to transform our home into a winter wonderland. What made the holidays extremely special to me was the ability to express my own creativity and passions while decorating the tree. Whether it was a homemade ornament or, as I got older, placing custom 3D printed ornaments on the tree, each holiday I would make at least one ornament. This holiday is no exception. So let's transform a few Star Wars characters into 3D printed holiday ornaments. In order to bring our Star Wars ornaments to reality, we're going to reference our Lion King Nala Mask project and get started using Autodesk Fusion 360 to create our initial sketch. First, let's import an image of the galaxy's most reliable droid that has ever inspired confidence the world over, R2-D2. Sorry, BB8. You still have a few more decades before you can catch up to R2-D2. Using the sketch tool, we're going to create a 2D trace of R2-D2 using two sketching tools, including the line tool and the arc tool. Fortunately, R2-D2 is more straightforward to trace than BB8. Once we've completed our sketch, we can either export our sketch as a DXF file or a 2D drawing in order to bring to life using our Cricut Maker to cut out our R2-D2 using paper, vinyl, felt, and cardboard, or we can extrude our sketch into a CAD model for our 3D printer to bring to life. While the force is strong with the Cricut, I believe in order to create the most robust ornaments, especially given who will be interacting with this Christmas tree, I'm going to go with the digital fabrication tool that shares R2-D2's name, our Dremel 3D20. If you would like to still make your ornaments using a desktop cutting machine like the Cricut Maker or Express Air, we still show you how on our mLab Instructable for this project. Since we've chosen our 3D printer, let's prepare our R2-D2 CAD model. First, extrude, export, prepare the G-code, insert, and build. Now that we have our R2-D2 Christmas ornaments, let's add the finishing touches to our R2-D2 Christmas tree. Let's get our regular Christmas ornament hook through the special hole we've already made for this occasion. Find that special place on our Christmas tree. No, there. For our R2-D2 ornament, and perfection. I'm actually gonna add one more right around here. But something's missing. Something's missing on the top of this tree. Fortunately, we have the perfect Christmas topper for our Christmas tree. A mini lightsaber Christmas topper. Are we just gonna place her right here? And perfection. Matter of fact, we not only made one for our R2-D2 Christmas tree, but we even made a larger one for our large-scale Christmas tree. There we go. And ta-da! If you would like to make your own lightsaber tree topper or other R2-D2 or Star Wars holiday ornaments, check out our mLab's Instructables guide. Wait, what's that noise? What was that, R2? Kylo Ren is here. But where?
Hello, this is Kylo Ren, leader of the First Order, the heir to the Galactic Empire, once operated by my grandfather, Darth Vader. Unfortunately, the rebels have seized the cookies and the tree for their personal uses. It's time for the dark side to reclaim some parts of this mLab special. Therefore, we will be making a traditional beverage for our friends and family. The only beverage endorsed by the First Order, hot cocoa.
In order to make the First Order hot cocoa, we will need the following: silicon baking cups, a piping bottle, white and milk chocolate, or Wilton's candy melts in black and white, and composite mold. This project can be done solo or as a family project to explore the First Order in a fun and engaging way. Just like we did for our Maleficent Caramel Apple project, we're going to start by importing an image of the First Order symbol and use it as a canvas for our sketch. Using Fusion 360's sketch feature, we're going to create a 2D trace of the First Order symbol using two simple sketching tools, including the line tool and the circle tool. Let's start off by tracing the 16 rays which compose the symbol of the First Order, as well as the outer hexagons using the line tool. Next, let's tackle that circle using the, you guessed it, circle tool. Once we've completed our trace of the First Order symbol, we're going to extrude and send to our 3D printer to bring to life. Now we have our First Order symbols printed, I think we're going to need a little bit of help bringing our First Order hot cocoa to life, and I know just the way to do it. Coleman and Deanna! Welcome guys to mLab. How do you feel?
Good.
Good? How do you feel?
Good.
Awesome sauce. You guys ready to make some First Order hot cocoa?
Yes. Yes.
So the first step is we're going to need a silicon baking cup. And we're going to fill the silicon baking cup with something called composite mold. What does this look like to you?
It looks like honey.
Looks like honey? What does it look like to you?
Honey.
Honey? Okay, well with the honey, we're going to take one of our 3D prints. So who wants to take the 3D print? Okay, you guys are going to have to decide.
Do we take both with them?
Psh, I'm going to let you actually pick up the 3D print and put it in this cup.
Me?
Yes, you. Does it fit in the cup?
Yes.
That means we're good to go. So take your 3D print. And now we're going to fill this up with composite mold, okay? So you want to hold the bottom for me while I pour this in. And you're going to put that on top. So give me 1 second. So we're going to fill up our silicon baking cup with composite mold. Is it warm?
Don't touch it.
Ooh, don't touch it now because it's warm, very warm. And then next, we're going to put our 3D print on the very top. So you're going to put it facing this way, okay? So just drop it in there like that. Perfect. And so now we're going to let this sit in the fridge until it's hard to touch for about 10 to 15 minutes. Sounds good?
Yes. Yeah.
Fortunately, thanks to some TV magic, we already have one that has been set in the fridge that's ready for us to fill with some candy molds. So let's see if it's set. You want to touch it?
Yes. It's a jelly.
How does it feel?
Oh, it feels like a little bit like Play-Doh and slime.
Like Play-Doh and slime?
When you mix it together, it's
Still kind of So what we're going to do is take our silicon cup, put our composite mold back inside, and then we're going to fill our mold with some Wilton candy melts. So we have two colors. What color is this one?
black and white.
And white.
Can we
So
use the white?
we're going to use the white, but because we're on the dark side, we have to use a little bit of black first, right?
Right.
So who wants to squeeze the first squeeze? You guys can't both want to do it at the same time. Okay, let's do it this way. Since you went first last time, you go first this time and squeeze a little bit right there for me. A little harder. That's right.
Looking for, is it dry yet?
Almost. And now that we have that, could you cap that and put it right next to the white bottle? You want to help me spread it? So just like before, you're going to tap it on the ground. How does it look? Does it look pretty good?
It looks like a spider web to me.
Looks like a spider web. Okay. But do you see the whole mold is covered?
Yeah.
Okay. See the whole mold is covered? So we're going to let this chill for another 8 to 10 minutes, but we already have one here. So let's see if this is hard. Want to touch it, see if it's solid?
It's still solid.
Solid? Touch to see if it's solid?
Solid out of bear.
So we're ready to take it out?
Yes.
So we're gonna peel this bad boy out, and we have a little symbol of the first order, right?
Like this one.
Just like this one that we already made. So now we have 2, right?
Yeah.
Now, if we have 2, that means how many cups of hot cocoa can we make?
1,
1?
2.
2. So we're gonna make our hot cocoa, right? So have you guys made hot cocoa before?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do we need to make hot cocoa?
I don't know.
We need hot cocoa.
Boxes.
Yes, so here's your hot
hot
cocoa,
cocoa.
and here's your hot cocoa. We need 2 cups and 2 spoons, correct?
Yes.
So everyone has a cup,
Yes.
1, 2, and we have our spoons, right?
Yes.
So the first thing we're gonna ask you to do, open up your hot cocoa packet from the top and pour it in.
Like this?
I would actually open it this way. So you wanna continue opening it? See? Did you think I was gonna have it explode all over you?
I don't want nothing else to get in my eyeball.
I will not try to have the hot cocoa get in your eyeball. Coleman, you're good?
Mm-hmm.
So when you have your packet open, go ahead and pour it right here.
I'm ready.
Yep, if you're ready. Go ahead and pour it right into the cup there. Okay, so we have our hot cocoa in there. So next up, we need to add water, right? So hold on, I'll add the water. So Deanna, I'm gonna add a little bit of water. You wanna take your spoon and stir that a little bit for me? And Coleman, go ahead and stir your hot cocoa for me.
Yes.
Let's see, whoa, be careful now. You're not blending the cake.
I'm holding it.
Okay, just a little bit more. I'm gonna add just a little bit more water to yours. Now, what do we add on top of hot cocoa?
Marshmallow.
Marshmallows. So grab a couple of marshmallows and add them up top. Marshmallows. Add a couple of more. You want to cover the whole top with marshmallows. I paid for these. Don't worry about it. The first order treats me well. I am supreme leader after all. Okay, more Coleman. You want to cover the whole top.
I did.
So now we're gonna add our first order symbols, right?
Yeah.
So you wanna take yours and add it to the top. You want it to sit right on top of the hot cocoa. Who wants to grab theirs first? Okay, so grab your first order symbol and lay it right on top of your hot cocoa.
I think I'm gonna get the one I ate.
Yes, let's put that right on top. Let's do a quick stir.
Stir on this.
We'll stir around it.
Okay, it's gonna melt down.
Yes, that's the purpose of it, so you can add a little dark side.
I think I'm gonna squish it.
No sweat. So now, do you think it's ready?
Yeah.
Do you think it's ready? You want to stir a little bit more? Okay, stir a little bit more. You can stop stirring if you feel you're ready. And we're gonna wait on Deanna so we can actually take our first sip together.
I'm good.
You're good? Well,
I can do it.
you guys ready? Oh, we're supposed to wait. Okay, ready, Coleman?
Yeah.
Ready, Deanna?
Yes.
Okay, let's take our first sip to see how the first order hot cocoa tastes.
Can I put this down?
You can actually use the mug instead of the spoon. Okay, let's take our cups, bring them to our lips. Wait. Gonna do it at the same time. Let's see how it tastes. 1, 2. What do we think?
Good. That's a laugh.
So now you can make this for family and friends, or simply package it as a mixture or give it as a gift this holiday season. Because first order hot cocoa is the perfect gift for everyone. Because when your supreme leader makes hot cocoa, I prefer it a little bit on the dark side. It's been a fabulous first season of mLab on Boston Neighborhood Network, and we know that we have you to thank for us reaching our season finale. If you take anything from mLab, let it be this. This holiday season, the best gift you can give is the one you make with your heart. Before we kick off our holiday gathering and put it into full gear, we would like to thank everyone who helps make this mLab project a reality. Tug, Autodesk Education, And last, but certainly not least, Boston Neighborhood Network. If you would like to learn more about mLab and Mbadika, check out our website, mbadika.org, as well as our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Now, as always, build, make, learn. Happy holidays!
Happy holidays. Move, mommy. Come here. 1, 2, 3.
Happy holidays.
All right, CJ, stop being weird and put your head down. Smile. Everybody smile. EJ, smile. 1, 2, 3. Happy holidays. EJ, you gotta say it too. 1. Look this way, AJ. Look this way, EJ. Happy holidays.
You know, back in my day, when we talked about the First Order, it was just called the Order. We didn't have to define ourselves as the first. But you know, everyone wants to claim to be part of the Galactic Empire. You have to put first to let people know you're number one. Just like we do here at mLab. Unfortunately, there is a gentleman called David and a woman called Mo who's testing my patience. Soon, I will not have to deal with them no longer. Probably in season 2, who knows? Do you know that I have to pay my own health insurance and I am the supreme leader? It's one of those tragic moments. Then you have mother and sister and 5 grand droids just causing issues in the Empire. People don't understand my issues. I killed my own father.